Into the Enchanted Forest, Book 1 of the Enchanted Forest series, by Alicia J. Chumney. Chapter 13. Standing before the gates, Jack was not aware that the message he should have been learning had not completely sunk in. The journey through the forest was not just for Gabby, but for himself also. Through those woods, he recognized the princess learned how to think on her feet and use whatever knowledge she had gained in her previous life towards making wise decisions as a monarch. Not everything was as it appeared, especially in Wonderland, and it was important that she recognize those lessons. But Jack could not quite grasp what his lesson was supposed to be. He loved Gabby with all of his heart, but could not see how he was important towards the kingdom. He was a card. He was a huntsman. He was Jack, not Ethan. Not Ethan Jack. He was Jack. "Hello, brother," one of the guards greeted him. "I met the princess days ago." "Hello, Spade," the huntsman bowed. "No, I'm not the Spade right now. I'm your brother," Stephen interrupted. "We are more than just our jobs, you know." "No, I don't know," Jack answered his brother. Staring up at the castle in front of him, he started thinking, why did I have to be the princess tracker? Shaking his head, Stephen stated something that caught Jack off guard. "Did you know that our father was the queen's tracker?" "That's why father was the head card instead of a heart." Tilting his head, Jack turned to look at his brother. "Why wasn't somebody else the queen's tracker?" "Because father was the right age, and uncle was too young at the time. He was a year younger than the queen." The townspeople always wondered about the relationship between the queen and her retired Spade. Even today, their father held the queen's ear whenever important matters were happening. They were the best of friends. What does that have to do with anything? "The royal family of Wonderland always has connections with their cards," Stefan stated matter of fact. "It's that tracker bond that nobody really talks about." Straightening up as people started approaching the gates, Stefan transformed into a spade right in front of Jack's eyes. Greeting the people who were approaching, the spade was all business with his tone. "Welcome to the palace. State your name and business." The man straightened up and cleared his throat before announcing, "I'm Brayson Riverstone, and I'm one of the tutors for the princess." "Which tutor?" the spade questioned while scanning the admittance lists. "Protocol." "And you?" "Mary Edmonds. Manners." "The princess already has impeccable manners," Jack thought bitterly, while looking at the prudish-looking woman covered head to toe in spades of blue that masked her figure. "Dancy Price, dancing master." He bowed as he introduced himself before his nose went into the air. Jack watched carefully as his brother scanned for each name on the list. He wondered how bored Gabby would be learning about Wonderland history. He wondered if these tutors knew about the Wonderland Underground and the Wonderland Above Ground. He wondered if they could tell her about the Enchanted Forest and its unrecorded legends. He wondered so many things, but did not voice them aloud. After 5 minutes of checking names against faces and IDs, the spade finally allowed the small army of tutors to enter through the gates. Within moments, he was back to being Stefan, Ethan's brother, but Ethan was still Jack the huntsman. "We aren't robots," Stefan whispered. "We are allowed to feel and love and every other emotion in between." How could he know that Jack was not listening? Back to his protocols, Jack grabbed a piece of paper from the guard stand and started writing a note. It was not a long note, but it was enough to break the princess's heart. He thought he would never be good enough for her and her title. "Princess, I'm sorry I can't love you. Jack."